So today we're starting our new module. So we're starting module 2, and we're starting with lesson 1, of course, interpreting division of a fraction by whole numbers. We're going to be looking at dividing fractions by whole numbers first. So for this classwork section, we're only going to look at 2 of the questions. So number 1, it says to write a division sentence. And the statement says 8 gallons of batter is poured equally into 4 bowls. Since it's being poured equally, I think I'm going to divide. So how many gallons of batter are in each bowl? We know 8 divided by 4 is 2. In part B, we have a very similar problem. It's a little bit different, but it's pretty similar. It says 1/4 of an 8-gallon pail is poured out. So 8 gallons divided by 1/4. How many gallons are poured out? 2. Do you notice that? Our first 2 numbers are the same. Our last 2 numbers are the same. Or sorry, this should be multiplication, not a division. I'm sorry. Our sign changed. We got the same answer. So what it looks like to me is that if we divide 8 divided by 4 is the same as multiplying 8 times 1/4. I wonder what that means. Let's keep thinking about that. We can come back to that. So let's look at example 1. So we're going to look at example 1 using kind of a model or a drawing. So it says 3/4 gallons of batter is poured equally into 2 bowls. How many gallons of batter are in each bowl? So I'm going to draw a diagram. So I'm going to use like a square. I know my square is not perfect. That's okay. And I'm going to divide it into fourths. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I know that we have 3/4 gallons. So this box is representing 1 gallon. So I have 1/4, 2/4, and 3/4. Then it says that we're dividing it equally into 2 bowls. So I'm going to divide this model into 2. So now we're just looking at this 1/2. Right, this is just 1/2. Let me rewrite this a little bit differently. This is 1/2. So this part was 3/4. This section is 1/2. So where that overlaps, where our colors kind of overlap here in this section is our answer. So where the orange and the blue both overlap is going to be our answer. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8s now, and we have 3 8s that are overlapping. Let's look at example 2. So example 2 is 3/4 pan of lasagna is shared equally by 6 friends. What fraction of the pan will each friend get? So I'm going to draw my diagram again. It's like I'm drawing out my pan of lasagna. And I'm going to divide it into fourths again. Then I'll shade in my 3/4. 1, 2, 3/4. And then I'm sharing it equally between 6 friends. So I'm going to divide it in half and divide each half into 3s. So remember that this piece here is 3/4, and it's being divided by 6 friends, so we're looking at 1/6 of this. So that means in our sixths, we're going to shade in our 1/6. And where those overlap, those two colors overlap, that is our final answer. So we have 24 pieces. We have 3 that are shaded in. So we have 3 24ths, or we can reduce this to become 1/8. So example 3, I want to show you kind of another way that we can do this. So it says a rope length of 2 5 meters is cut into 4 equal chords. So we're going to say that 2/5 is divided by 4. And if we think about that classwork part at the very beginning, we know that we can write this as multiplication. 2/5 times something. So we know if we look back, when we divided by 4, when we multiplied, our 4 became 1/4. So when we multiply, it'll become 1/4 again. And then we can multiply straight across. 2 times 1 becomes 2. 5 times 4 is 20. And if we reduce that, it is 1/10 meters. I'm going to box my answer so I know what it is. So for your independent practice, you have examples 1 through 5. So 1 and 2, you are filling in the 2 blanks. So there's a blank up here and a blank down here. You don't need to draw the model to support it. If drawing the model helps, then you can, but just fill in that blank. And then 3, 4, and 5, you're finding the value. So you can use either one of these methods. You can draw the boxes or you can do the number sentence, either one. So you have 1 through 5, and then you also have an exit ticket to complete. Your secret word for today, sorry, give me just a moment to grab it really quick. Your secret word today is glitter. Your secret word today is glitter. So as always, if you run into any problems or have any questions, please let me know, and I'll be happy to help. Have a great day, 6th graders.